Pay rise happens, or pay in an organization happens dependent on value exchange. And I highly believe in value exchange, right? I have no problem paying people, whatever the amount. So as long as there is good value exchange, right? And remember the rule, you pay for what you get, what you pay for, right? So you got to pay for it if you want to get the good work. However, there are many business owners that get stuck in this position where they're paying a lot, but they're not getting the good value exchange. And they're getting very resentful of this relationship, and so is the employee. And then it leads down to the track of termination. However, all this can be avoided had you set standards, you knew how to measure those standards, and that you had processes in place yearly to come and measure them. So for example, in my companies, my employees know, well, they can't just come up and say, hey, I need a pay rise because I feel like I'm doing a lot. Because every 6 months, we have reports and we have meetings, and they know exactly how well they're doing and what their work output is, which means before they even think about that conversation around, I need to ask for a pay rise, they go, well, I remember my report 4 months ago said this. I don't think I'm in a position to ask her that. So they go, okay, if I want to get paid more, well, I need to hit my targets. So again, tracking can only happen if you know what is your outcome. Because how are you going to track something you don't know? Like if you don't have an outcome, what are you tracking? Right? Which is why, again, it comes down to clarity. Employees asking for a raise. Now, let me give it to you straight. When your employee is having a meeting with you, the business owner, and telling you that a raise is due, something somewhere has gone wrong on your end. And there are two things. Either you have not been vigilant in your review processes and or reviewed their annual pay and things like that. So that is on you. But another reason why employees ask for a raise is because they see their work and their worthiness as one, and you see it as a completely different picture. And the reason why that is because you have not been clear on your expectations, your boundaries, and your standards within this role when you hired them. Especially if an employee is trying to ask you for a raise within the first 12 months. That's a red flag. Not that I'm saying that the employee is bad. I'm saying it's a red flag on your hiring process and any system of your onboarding and training as well. So what you need to think about here is, do you know as a business owner how clear you are about their role? And when I say clarity on a role doesn't mean that you tell me, oh yeah, this is a front desk person, and so therefore they take bookings and invoices. No. Clarity on a role comes down to the standards that you set for your employee within that role, how you objectively measure if they're meeting your standards, which is KPIs. So if you don't have KPIs set, standards set, and you don't have a review process set in place to see and review whether these standards are being met or not, how can you ever have a conversation about a pay rise?